Hello and welcome to the Bournemouth Eats podcast. This is our first episode. So my name is Abby and joining me today is Christina, who has been a big part of the driving force devoted to the creation of Bournemouth Eats. So in this episode we're diving into why Bournemouth Eats, sharing the story behind the platform, the inspiration and how we'll be connecting foodies across town. So Christina, tell us about Bournemouth Eats.
So Bournemouth Eats started last year.
Yes.
The idea came to me one day when I was just using a platform. I thought, why can't we do this? Why can't we do something more for the community and make it more of a community feel?
More of a local
showcasing of restaurants, if you like.
Okay.
So I use takeaway apps quite a lot.
Me too.
I do like a takeaway. I was actually looking at some research recently that said 3.2 times a week is what the average person now orders a takeaway.
Mine might be above average.
Oh, really?
But
I'm not going to answer that one. But yes, so it came to me last year, and I just thought, we could do this. We could stand out, and maybe we could make a difference. So started Bournemouth Eats and started working on the tech last year.
Exciting.
It was. We did some marketing just before Christmas. We were in the Bournemouth Echo. Did you see it?
I did see.
Absolutely.
Had a little read.
We went out dressed as all sorts of food items to try and get on.
What food item were you dressed as?
A naan bread.
Lovely.
Absolutely. Do you like an Indian?
I do love an Indian. It's one of my favourite, actually.
What is your favourite cuisine?
I'd say either Italian or Venezuelan food. What about you?
Have you tried our Venezuelan restaurant?
I have indeed.
Yes.
They are very nice. Go check it out.
Okay. But you can only check it out on the app, bournemoutheats.food. Yes. I think mine would have to be Italian.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like a nice Italian? Has to have loads of Parmesan, black pepper. And probably a Chinese.
Yeah. See, I can't eat
Fun
Chinese
fact, what do you think is the most eaten cuisine in England?
I was going to say Chinese.
It's not.
What is it?
It's Indian.
Oh, is it?
It is, yeah.
That surprises me, actually.
Yeah. It's...
I'm not that surprised because it is absolutely unreal.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
So, do you cook yourself?
No. This is why I use food apps. No, I'm not... I can cook. I have a busy life.
Yeah.
Which is, I think most people nowadays, they have a busy life. They want something easy.
Yeah,
they want
quick,
simple. Don't want to have to think about it. Obviously, back a few years ago, there was a lot more time. People had a lot more time, and now I think with the cost of living crisis and just the way the world is today, you get a couple and they're both working just as hard as each other.
Yeah, of course.
They've got obviously families at home, and it's busy. And when they get home, I know for me, and I don't have young children at home. I just want to get home. As soon as I get in, Jamie's on. I don't know about you, but it's the first thing I do.
Yeah, me too.
Jamie's on, and I don't want to wash up pots.
No, do you know what? That is my biggest hate.
It's not just about the cooking, is it?
No, it's everything that comes with it. I do understand that.
However, I love home cooked food.
Me too.
So, Bournemouth Eats is, for me, is somewhere where you can get that. We're not going to ever work with large corporate chains.
Okay.
It's the one thing I don't want to do. I think you should have an identity, and our identity is not corporate chains. It is local restaurants catering for local people.
Support local.
Support local. I think it's so incredibly important.
100%. I agree.
I think there is a place for corporate companies.
Yeah. But it's not here.
It's not here. And I speak to the restaurant owners who have come and joined our platform, and they speak about their food. It's their baby.
Yeah.
I've tried quite a few of their foods. They love showing me their local cuisine, which is...
We actually tried some, didn't we?
We did.
It was lovely.
And I've tried cuisines now, which I never even thought of.
That is a good point, actually.
Yeah.
That is a very good point.
I do think with big corporate companies, you have so many choice. Like if you go on to, say, Just Eat, in the Bournemouth area, you have between 400 and 600 restaurants.
Oh,
you can't possibly pull out different places that you might eat from such a big selection. You will go to the thing that usually
it's the classic McDonald's, it's the classic pizza
100%. And there is a place for that. It's like companies like Just Eat, Deliveroo, Uber Eats. If I want a McDonald's, I'll go on there, and I like a Burger King.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
a McDonald's the same as everybody else. But I also like to eat home cooked, fresh food,
fresh ingredients, freshly sourced.
There's just, we all like different things at different times, and because I don't want to go home and cook, these are the sort of restaurants I want to eat from.
Yeah.
And I think, I lived out of England for a couple of years. I lived in Asia, and I tried so many different
flavors.
Yes, which I'd never have tried before. And that's what I want to do. I want
everyone to experience that.
Yeah. I want people's taste buds to be excited by, people who absolutely love what they do.
Exactly.
Put love and passion into their food.
I think that's important as well, because in Bournemouth there's lots of people from very different places.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people
100%.
come to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
And a lot of people visit Bournemouth as a touristy place, and they want food that they're used to. They don't want to just get fish and chips constantly, or just pizza shops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely agree with that being the right thing to do. With the community aspect of it, why don't you tell me more about that?
Okay. So this is something quite close to my heart.
Okay.
So we don't want to just be a food app. It goes even deeper than that. We want this to be for Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole. At the moment, it is just centred in Bournemouth. We need to get it right first.
Of course.
And make
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Absolutely. And obviously, once everything's working perfectly, we'll expand out.
Okay.
So we start in Bournemouth.
Okay.
And we will incorporate Christchurch and Poole.
Keep your eyes out.
Absolutely. So the community feel, that's what you asked me.
I did.
Okay. So the community feel. We have a service charge. So with the big corporate companies, they charge so much. So they charge so much to the restaurants. The customers, they charge between 50p and £2.49 just as a service charge. That's without delivery fee. And we charge 50p service charge, which will be...
Big difference.
100%. It's not going to change either. The difference with us is, instead of that lining the pockets of, Snoop Dogg, because he can't be that cheap, can he?
No.
Really? It goes back into the community. So we're working with a local company called Hope for Food. Have you heard of them?
I have. They are amazing.
They are superb. I'll get on to what they do in a minute.
Okay.
So we will be giving 70% of all of those 50p's that are raised from each order. So order from Bournemouth Eats. Because
each order makes a difference.
It does. And with every meal, you're giving back to the community.
Why not?
Absolutely.
Good deed.
It's a no-brainer.
It is.
Yeah. So 70% of that will go to Hope for Food. I think we needed to align with definitely with a local company, but with a company who, they do soup kitchens twice a week.
Yeah.
They're feeding people who, in this day and age, we shouldn't be hungry. Nobody should be hungry.
Your values.
They do. So 70% will be going to them. There will be the 30% left from the 50p's service charge will be left in a pot for local causes or things.
So that's not going directly to you. That's going back into the community.
Absolutely.
As well.
And we're very transparent about that. Moving forward, I'd like to bring out a newsletter to all of our subscribers where they see the impact that they're actually having, so that they know when they're eating a meal.
I think that's very important.
Helping the community one meal at a time. It's I think it's fantastic. The other thing we'd like to do moving forward is look at local produce. Look at
exciting.
Look at butchers. Been around 30 years, 40 years. Let's showcase farm shops, farms, local farms. And so we will be looking at that in the future.
Very soon.
Absolutely. Once we start expanding. So
exciting news.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Would you like me to tell you about Hope for Food?
I would love you to tell me about Hope for Food.
So Hope for Food, why not? Hope for Food are a charity that are in West Howe.
Okay.
I've had the opportunity to go and meet people who work there. Mary and Leslie. Mary's one of the people who organises everything.
Okay.
And they kindly took me around and showed me everything they do. And where they do align with us with the food and feeding the homeless, they do so much more than that. They have people who are moving into their own apartments. They're just starting off. So they have kitchen utensils that they can put there, that they can help them with. Things like bedding, things that you don't even think of.
Your local food bank.
They do they actually help people who don't know how to cook.
Okay.
They have local chefs go in.
Oh, wow.
Who make the dinners.
That is amazing.
It is superb. This place is fantastic, and I really implore anyone who, if you want to go and help out or make a difference, go and give them a hand. Like
that out there as well, because before I met you, I hadn't heard of them.
No.
So it's great to know that there are people out there helping, and we all want to make a difference at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And this is why the restaurants are so on board, because let's all help one another.
Yeah.
It is something we all do. We all order takeaways.
Exactly.
So why not be giving something back whilst you're ordering one? For me, it just works. But they support families. So these families who have got children who don't have any, don't have much. As other families, they have like a selection of new toys, and things like that they can help with birthdays and things like that. So the child doesn't feel like they're missing out.
They make it special.
They do.
They make it special.
And honestly, the work they do is
fantastic.
Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah.
Okay, so on to the next question I've got for you. Does Bournemouth Eats cater for different dietary requirements?
Please do ask me that. Did you ask me that because you're gluten-free?
Potentially.
So yes, that's something we absolutely want to showcase. In this day and age, lots of people have different dietary requirements.
100%. It's more and more popular now.
So on our app, we have a link, so you can go on there and you can press the vegan button, for instance, and it will show you the restaurants that cater to your dietary requirements.
Okay.
Haven't tried any vegan food yet, which is bad, really.
You need to get on. I know. Jump on the bandwagon.
We've got a fish and chip shop who are on our platform, who actually do vegan fish, and it looks amazing, and people rave about it. I've
seen the pictures about it, actually.
Absolutely. I'm gonna have to try it.
Check out the vegan fish, guys.
Okay, yeah. I need to try out the vegan fish.
Maybe we should go.
We should do that.
We'll do that.
Okay, let's do that. Okay. Yes, and it just, everyone likes different things, so let's cater to that. I don't want to be an app that just has one thing.
We've got a range of different cuisines.
Absolutely. And I think that's incredibly important. Obviously, if you've got any allergies, then you would contact the restaurant yourself.
Yeah, that is one thing that it does say on the website.
It does.
It's down to the restaurant.
And it's down to you yourself.
Yeah.
You would need to, if you've got a special allergy or something, then absolutely speak to the restaurant. And, they should be able to accommodate
they're all accommodating.
They are. The restaurants that we work with are fabulous.
Yeah, they know their stuff.
They do know their stuff. And they are all about the customer and making the experience amazing, which is what Bournemouth Eats want to do.
Exactly that. Okay, so if you were to explain more about where this idea has come from in your own life, why now?
Why now? Oh, that's a really good question.
Have I thrown you?
Maybe a little bit. Why now? I think I'm an ideas person. So anyone who knows me will tell you I come up with a new idea all the time.
Me too.
I just have a big imagination for things, and I get excited about things. For me, Bournemouth Eats is the one thing, I've always wanted to make a difference in the world. So I'm a teacher.
Okay.
But I'm not very good with rules. Maybe shouldn't say
or any of us.
I want to be. I love working with a team, and I think our team's fantastic.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily want red tape. I need to be creative. I've always wanted to make a difference, and I haven't quite known how.
Okay.
Bournemouth Eats, I can make a difference. We can make a difference. We can make a difference to the community, and I get so excited about that.
Yeah. It's important.
It is important,
especially in this day and age, to try and make a difference. Yeah. Everyone wants to make a difference in their own way.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
And I think when you say that as a big question, which is why it's funny you asked me why now, because I think when you asked that as a big question before, I just thought about it as a huge thing, okay, well, I want world peace, or I don't know, what can I do that's massive, that's going to massively impact the world. But
you need to start small.
Absolutely. And from a million ideas, this is the one that
Mhm.
actually I know could totally make a difference.
Exactly.
And you get to eat food.
Exactly.
Beautiful food from
Exactly.
these.
Why would you not?
Absolutely, it's it's exciting to me. So
I agree. So next time you're ordering your food, next time you're trying to order your hangover cure, order from
Absolutely.
Bournemouth Eats.
Absolutely.
Because then not only are you eating amazing food made by amazing people, but you're also giving back to the community.
Yeah.
And you're making a
You're
difference.
helping the community one meal at a time.
Exactly that.
And we're showcasing people who work really hard.
Exactly. And you work really hard.
Thank you.
Thank
you. As do you. Yes. Order from Bournemouth Eats.
Why not? So, well, that is the end of our first podcast.
I've really enjoyed it, actually. It's been really
very
cool.
exciting.
Thank you very much.
But we will be hopefully looking forward to some new things to talk about in the next one.
Absolutely.
So keep your eyes peeled, watch this space.
Absolutely.
And thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.